Last year, we definitely had a rough time.
Losing the first 5 games and the first 4 of those losses being very tough losses in non-competitive football games.
We were playing some teams that were really good, and we were still putting it together ourselves. But like towards the end, we kind of grew as a team.
We finished winning our last 3 games, getting that big win against Malvern at the end of the year, big upset win. It felt good knowing we had something to feel good about.
Winning those last games showed us that if we wanted this, we had to work hard for it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. There's been talk about making the playoffs for the past few years at South, especially since there's been a drought. So we really want to step it up and change the culture here.
We had very talented guys coming up from JV, 8-0 team. So they were already used to winning and they have a positive mindset. And I think them bringing the positive mindset to us carried on to us. And us winning the last 3 games, we also had a very positive mindset knowing that since it's a new season, it's a new start, and everybody's just coming different than last year.
Everyone was really excited to play football, to even just be around each other. I noticed a huge difference in the weight room. We had a lot of men coming down and putting in work.
Everybody had a crazy bond, but going to the weight room, everybody bonded even more and just brought more chemistry. Everybody working together, you know how it feels to work hard with your teammates, with your brothers.
Everyone was at almost every clinic and everyone wanted to get down.
Every team I've played with, I feel like there's always a sense of belief, but when it came to actually like putting the work in together collectively, there are a lot of days that like Gus wouldn't even have a clinic scheduled and everyone would still be on the field. So there's definitely like a much stronger sense of dedication.
And throughout the 7-on-7s, I saw a lot of talent from the skill position players especially.
A lot of the young guys making a lot of athletic plays, and they're making conscious efforts to like learn the playbook.
To be a playoff team, this team would need to be aggressive. We need to have that look in our eyes that we wanted it more than you, and we're going to take it from you.
Last year, there was a point in time that we were like the absolute worst defense in Nassau County. When you have that sense of embarrassment to the point where you go into a game knowing in the back of your mind that we're going to lose by a lot, you know that something has to change, and we knew for us that was going to be like physicality.
The thing I love the most about the two-a-days is that how hard everyone pushed each other through like the workouts and the conditioning.
To be outside 5 hours a day in like the scorching hot sun, it kind of gets to a point where it starts to feel like a bit monotonous and like you kind of just want for it to be over with. So I think it was very important that we had a level of focus for us to get the most out of those 2 days.
We had a saying where Gus would tell us to raise our hand up, and the first time we would, and then the second time, he told us to raise it higher. So that kind of reminded us that we could push ourselves hard, but is this the best we could do? Are we really going 100%? And if not, how could we reach that level?
There was like no doubt in my mind that we shouldn't be successful in our goal. The Hewlett scrimmage, It was kind of like, I don't want to say a rude awakening, but almost like we're not good enough to just show up somewhere and just beat them, because that was after the Central scrimmage and we dominated Central, so we had a lot of confidence. There was a little like fear in my mind, but at the same time I knew if we just worked on what we needed to work on, then we would be good.
It was good that it was only a scrimmage and not a game, because we had more time to work coming into Cary.
The way I saw that game as like a test of character, per se, because they were the Long Island champs the previous year.
It was a big game, it was all hype. Everybody was still focused and like dialed in at practice. Like there was no messing around really. It was all just strictly business.
Definitely in the past, the Ashland South hasn't had a lot of respect from most of the conference, and we really want to go out there and kind of prove to everybody that we can play football.
Even though we lost that game 35-0, I don't think the score tells a good story of how that game went.
Our defense was very good actually. We held them to 14 by half.
We have the ability to kind of just assert dominance in a sense. There was a level of intensity and aggression that was needed for this team.
And throughout the game, there were a lot of moments that made me look at our team and see hope and see that, okay, like this might not have been the game for us, but it gave us potential.
Everything worked. Offense, defense, pass, running.
What impressed me the most was definitely the linemen. They really put in the extra work and they really paved the way for the skill players. And the linemen, they worked hard all season in the weight room, and I'm really proud that they stepped up that game.
It's not the same as last year. We're not like the 0-5 Falcons. We lost to a good team, and we just beat a not so good team, but our confidence is high and we're going into the next game, next week.
we were clutch.
We definitely have a winning mentality. Just because we were down doesn't mean the game's over.
Everyone on that field put 100% out, and I couldn't be more proud than any one of those guys out there.
I think it shows other teams that this isn't the same Valley Stream South we've seen in the last couple of years. We're here to play. This isn't going to be just an easy win circle on your schedule, you know.
The atmosphere before this Clark game was extremely excited. Throughout the whole entire school day, that's all everyone talked about.
We talked about homecoming, where your whole community comes out. Night games, it's like a whole different kind of atmosphere in terms of the crowd. It's so packed to the point where people can't even get to the bleachers. We'd always talked about like getting black jerseys.
The football players, like all of us, we were keeping it a secret from like the school that we got new jerseys. So we went out with our regular jerseys on.
The faces on everyone when we saw the jerseys, it was just something special.
It just overall contributed to like that sense of like our bond and being a family. So the week before, my analysis was that we were clutch, and then when our backs were against the wall, we took a stand. And that Clark game, it kind of felt the complete opposite.
I think there was 5 fourth downs they completed.
And of those, most of them they scored on.
That was huge to why we lost that game.
The things about those losses, though, I felt as though there was always like a quick turnaround. Like, you would be upset, go into the locker room or whatever, and then by the time Monday's around, it's out of our mind, and it's a new week.
We knew Division was a similar team to us, and they were mostly at like the same record around where we were, and they were fighting for a playoff spot too. So this game was really important to both of us.
They were posting all over social media, game of the week. Everybody was just hyped for that game. Another Friday Night Light game.
It was going to tell a lot about how the rest of our season would unfold and like what we would accomplish.
score after score after score. I mean, they scored first play of the game. That definitely didn't bring us down because we scored right back. I mean, it was just back and forth, back and forth. It was a very surreal game.
I've never played a football game like that before.
Offense worked very well. I mean, the run worked perfectly. The line was grinding. They were going crazy that game.
Even though they were beating us through the air, one thing about football, if you keep beating the guy in front of you physically, he's just gonna quit, and that's just an easy recipe to win the game. So I think that's what division was about, just beating them up physically.
The team definitely knew that this was the game to determine if we were staying playoffs or not. So everybody in the huddle, every play, they were just saying, give it your all, give it your all.
It did feel really nice to make history and to be on the winning side of it. You put up 68 points. You have teachers that have never talked about the football program at all on Monday, just congratulating us and like getting a lot of notoriety for it. The whole O-line got gridiron grades, something I've never really seen before.
Definitely boosted everybody's confidence, and everybody's mindset was definitely changed because they know we can win games, especially a big game like that. But that was in the past. Now we're going into Southside. It was a very rough game, honestly. Nothing worked for us. Pass didn't work. Our running didn't work at all. Defense was very bad. They walked into our field and whooped our asses.
Once we had won that division game, there was a sense of guys getting like a little bit overconfident, knowing that we just had to win one of our last 2 games to make playoffs. I think some guys mentally checked out a little bit.
Losing Zach, that was very upsetting because he was a huge part of our team. Captain.
When we got the news that he tore his ACL, I don't really like express myself that much, but I was like deeply hurt for him.
It was definitely a big hit on the team because of a lot of positions that they had to replace too.
all of the work he put in during practice. He was the vocal leader of our defense, and he was like a big target for us on third down when we needed him. So just like losing him, I just feel bad that he wasn't able to just finish this year off with us.
We knew that Zach wanted to go to playoffs. We all wanted to go to playoffs. We had to get to playoffs for Zach.
I think we went into that game with more of a mindset that it was a guaranteed win.
Just because they were 0-7, they were like, oh, we're going to walk into this game and just win the game.
To the point where I think there was like a party the night before a game, and I know for a fact a lot of my teammates went and didn't think anything of it.
We were playing down to their level. Our run worked a little bit, our pass didn't really work. Our line was kind of getting beat.
I didn't really get nervous until getting through a pick six.
Once it was halftime, all the captains, not even just the captains, even the kids on the bench, the starters, the backups, everybody was just speaking up. They were just saying we needed to refocus. This game's not over. We have a whole other half of football. We get the ball back at half.
My teammates, they definitely felt a sense of urgency and tension, and they knew that if they wanted to go to playoffs, they had to make it right now or else this would be their last game. That was South football. Like, that is what we have been playing and what we needed to play. And I saw everyone step up and really get more physical and really just play how I knew everyone could execute.
We were relieved that we made playoffs.
It was like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Knowing that there's been like a lot of talent to walk into this program for like the last 13 years and they weren't able to get it done, but we were. It just felt really good.
Although we made playoffs, the job still wasn't finished. Like, we can't just make playoffs and then just die down there. We had to stay grinding. And we knew we had Carey. We played them already. We've seen them.
When Carey was scheduling the playoff game, Gus was saying that the coach usually always puts it on Thursday or Friday because he thinks it's going to be like an easy game. But the coach scheduled it for like Saturday. And Gus was trying to explain to us how serious Carey is taking us. So I think that level of respect was definitely earned.
Everyone knew we wanted a second chance with them after the first game of the season.
even though it was a tough loss, everybody's saying that we kept them there with us until halftime, and that's when we died down. But throughout the season, we became a second half team.
The whole message of that week of practice, that we could be just as physical, we could be just as competitive.
Nobody looked nervous, everybody was ready. Nobody was really sitting down in the locker room pregame. They were all standing up, talking, just getting ready for the game. That was very different from the first game, because the first game was only 14-0 at half, and this game was 36-0.
Seeing 4 interceptions, that was pretty rough.
Nothing worked. Our defense just, it's like we forgot everything that we prepared for.
In life, things don't always work out the way you want, and that sucks sometimes. But how you react is more important, because there ain't no way everything's gonna be hunky-dory the rest of your life. Some bad stuff may happen. How are you gonna react? Are you gonna start holding your elbow and your leg and this, that, and the other thing? Or are you gonna keep fighting until your last breath? Guys who keep fighting to their last breath, they're successful in life. Guys who quit are not successful. So this is not only going to be a football lesson, this is going to be a lesson in life. I'm not done coaching you guys. You're not done playing. That's what it comes down to.
I saw a big boost in maturity and the resilience, especially of a team knowing that they didn't have a greater chance to win the game, yet they still didn't give up and they still kept pushing. I'm proud of them because they didn't hang their heads and accept defeat, and they didn't go out easy. On the sideline, we could really just think of our moments throughout our whole career playing football here. And as soon as the clock struck down, we kind of felt a sense of joy and sadness and a lot of emotions at once.
You know, a lot of guys were crying, their eyes out on the sideline or whatever. And me personally, I'm not really a crier, but that same sense of like sadness and disappointment was felt. Even though I didn't express it, I still felt it. Going one by one, like hugging every guy, knowing I'm never gonna play with them again. It's definitely a tough feeling, but I was also happy at the same time knowing that we were able to get this far, knowing that we were the team to break the curse. Being a Falcon is just putting winning first and doing whatever it takes to get to your goal.
It was really all I ever wanted to be, because my brother went here and I always looked up to it. I was always excited to become a Falcon and play here.
I look back on the season as the best season that I ever experienced, the best season I ever played. I think I'm very lucky to, like, each year I played, it kind of built off the last one in a better sense. Obviously junior year was a little bit of a down point, but to just come back, make the playoffs. We had 3 kids get all conference, all county awards. So overall, I think it was just a great experience.
I was mostly proud how close everyone got at the end of it, and it changed from more of teammates to a brotherhood. And I'm just happy that everyone got along so well and everyone respected each other and everyone loved each other, and it was really just more of like a family that I was grateful to be a part of.